My friends, we're going to do a love reading. I felt called to do what is the future of this connection. So we're going to do a little bit of an energy check first, and then we're going to look at the future of this connection. And I just want to remind you that I do these love readings every day. It's not necessarily meant for, the same person every day. I do channel different collectives. And if you're feeling uncomfortable or your intuition is, if you're making it fit, then it's probably not your reading. And I hear there's a reader that I listen to, Battison Intuitive Tarot, and she always says, don't give your power away to tarot readers. So if it feels uncomfortable, then it's probably not your reading. Sometimes when it feels uncomfortable, it is because there's something we need to hear. But yeah, if it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's okay. So let's get into your reading. Before we begin, I just want to show you something really cute. I've learned my lesson. I was out with my daughter today, and I saw this little cow, and I was like, I'm going to get myself that cow. I listened to my intuition. Wait until you see it. It's so cute. It's not from the same place as the little bull. It was just like at Shoppers at a drugstore. But I just couldn't resist it. Look, it's like a little baby cow. And somebody in my comment section said yesterday, I'm here to listen to you talk about all of it. Autism, healing, cows, or whatever you said, you delightful person. But that comment made me laugh. And then today I found a little black and white cow. So whoa, you just went out of focus. Focus. So I ended up getting it for myself because I listened to myself this time. My little inner child said, I want that little cow. And it's just, a little baby cow. But anyway, I'll add him to the line of little stuffed animals up there. Anyway, it's black and white, so maybe you're a counterpart. Now, I say we're going to look at the future of this connection, and we're going to do an energy check, and I make it seem like it's going to be fast, but it probably won't be fast. And I'm currently studying the Lenormand deck. So I thought I'd try using the Lenormand deck. I have a different Lenormand deck for this reading. This is I want to call it the sister deck of the Spring Glade Tarot by Hattie Thorne. So she makes, tarot decks, but she also makes versions of the Lenormand deck to complement each other. So I wanted to use it today because I have been studying it, and I did a reading this morning where I felt for the first time confident reading the Lenormand deck. So I thought I would just give it a go. I'd grab it and try. So we're going to look at your energy, and we're going to look at your person's energy. And again, if it's not resonating, or I'm saying something that makes you feel uncomfortable, then it's not your reading. And never think that I'm telling you to take back someone who's not worthy of you. If you really don't want a past person back, then my suggestion is to stop clicking on these tarot. Random phone call. Maybe your person's name is Leon or Leo. Or maybe you are a Leo, or the person you're connected to is a Leo. Anyway, I never get phone calls. So strange. So I want to talk about what I'm seeing here. The first cut we have is changes, transformations, and improvements. We also have the garden on the bottom. Why am I slurring? So maybe your person or you has a drinking problem. I'm not here to judge. I'm, a recovering alcoholic. But that was a horrible shuffle. What was I going to say? Positive changes, transformations. I don't know what I was about to say, so clearly I wasn't supposed to say it. Oh, yes. We have the garden on the bottom. So for some of you, I haven't gotten into the energy yet. Whoops. I hope you can hear me right now, because whenever I get a phone call, it mutes me. So I'm just going to start this. I don't even know if you could hear what just happened. I got another phone call, and then when I went to swipe it away, my voicemail started playing randomly, like this automated person on my voicemail. I don't know if you could hear all of that or if I went silent, but I restarted the video. Anyway, I was about to talk about communication. We have the garden on the bottom, and I know from a reading I did yesterday that the garden can represent surface level communication. So maybe you and this person are talking, but it's just surface level. The other thing I was hearing with all of these interruptions and phone calls is that maybe there's some miscommunications happening or something's being lost in translation, I was hearing. So take those messages as they resonate. I'm not quite sure what's happening between the two of you, but we're going to look. So we're going to do a you and them check-in. And I'm going to get just a few decks. Just a few. But we're going to start with you. So I'm going to cut the deck. 111 on the timer. Oh, my friend, we have cross, and it says burdens, challenges, spiritual lessons. So I like the spiritual lessons part, but spiritual lessons, some of them can be, enjoyable. But some of them can be hard, and they are meant to challenge you. And this says burdens, challenges, spiritual lessons, the cross. So you could be dealing with a soul contract. I do, that's kind of my niche, it seems. I didn't choose my mission, it chose me, but I seem to channel a lot about spiritual soul contracts where lessons need to be learned. Why am I going to shuffle again? So just keep that in mind. Again, if it's making you feel uncomfortable or it doesn't feel like it's aligning with you or you're forcing to make it fit, then it's not your reading. And you need to practice discernment because not every tarot reading or tarot reader will be for you. Deep breath, my friend, it's okay. So it feels like you could be going through some burdens and challenges, and that could even be in your everyday life. Like maybe it has nothing to do with this person. Maybe, you're not even talking to this person, but you're still going through different challenges in your life. And I always say those challenges are meant to teach us lessons. So clearly you're going through some sort of spiritual lesson right now. Whatever that is, however it's coming in, whatever form it's coming in. But we'll get into it. So let's look at you first. And if you're thinking about learning Lenormand, one thing is that you need to use more than one card. So I'm going to get you 2 cards. So what is the viewer's energy? And keep in mind that you may resonate with the other person depending on how I'm channeling this message. So we have the garden, which I was just talking about. So you could be like looking for clarity from someone, but they're just giving you surface level or like friendship level communication. We do have the lighthouse, guidance, illumination, and clarity. So it does feel like you're trying to trust your intuition, but again, it feels like you're looking for some sort of clarity. And whoever you're connected to may be not talking to you or may be giving you surface level or like minimal contact energy. I'm just going to pause it to look at the lighthouse really quickly. So there's another message here about the fact that you may be wanting to share your voice or lead others, but you could be worrying about the opinions of others. Like maybe you're trying to start an online business, or maybe you're trying to start your own channel, but your ego could be getting in the way, or the fear of others. The garden does mention socializing, so I don't really know what's going on between the two of you yet. I'm just on you so far. But you could be trying to get out more. You could be trying to spend more time with your friends. This does talk about like online communication. So maybe you're talking to people online. Maybe you're trying to go to different events and put yourself out there. There could be like a celebration or a birthday coming up. But it does mention informal communication, and we have clarity. So that's why I was hearing like maybe there's some sort of informal communication between you and your person, and you're wanting clarity. The lighthouse, which is not in this Lenormand book that I have, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. I'd have to go look at my other Lenormand book that I have, the Lenormand Bible or whatever I have. But it's pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, it says guidance, illumination, and clarity. So you do want clarity. You could also be trying to, listen to your higher self, listen to your intuition. I'm actually going to get, my nose is running, so you could be dealing with a runner. I'm just going to get a few oracle cards from this deck to just confirm what's happening here. Let's just see what's going on your side. Let's look at your energy. What is going on in your energy? We have network and marketing, so that must be why I was hearing that message about the garden for you, that you could be thinking about putting yourself out there in some way. It says networking, marketing, internet, fame, expand, spotlight, everything that I was hearing about the garden card, because that card talks about that type of energy. But like I said, you could be, this is even 20, so you could be feeling same as the garden, 20. So 2020 could be symbolic in some way. But it is the energy of judgment. So you could be fearing that if you put yourself out there, you're going to be judged. Maybe whatever you're posting online, you feel like your person is judging you for, or maybe they are judging you for. Take these messages as they resonate. We have the element of water. This is so magical. So very in line with this lighthouse, it talks about intuitive, healing, artistic, emotional, flowing, compassion, enchanting, sensitive, diving deep, romantic, mystic, fantasy, and dreams. It does feel like you're trying to balance your energies. We have the Wolverine, another 20, 20, 20, 20, 222 could be symbolic. So we do have, look, we have the Wolverine, and it says unpredictable, wild, power struggles, determined, elusive, renegade, fearless. And I just think that's interesting because that's kind of what I was hearing with the garden and the lighthouse, is that you could be experiencing like surface level communication online from your person, maybe through like Messenger or whatever the other apps are. I don't know. I'm living under a rock over here. But it feels like there's some sort of power struggle between you and this person going on. And then we have expect the unexpected, impulsive, creative, forceful, ego-centered, passionate, spontaneous, enthusiastic, hot temper, larger than life, inspiration, excitement. So I want to mention, like, if you do have this fear about, putting yourself out there, Spirit's saying expect the unexpected. You could have all this fear of judgment. And yes, that comes with putting yourself out there in the public eye. You have to be prepared for that. I was not prepared for it. But expect the unexpected. What if everything works out? What if it's better than you can imagine? And on the bottom of the deck, we have the ship, which I did a reading this morning where the ship came out. And it says going places, adventure, vehicle, vacation, trip, enterprise, movement with the wind, swift, travel overseas. So like I said, I have no idea if you're talking to this person or not. You could be going through an internal power struggle when it comes to this connection. Like if it's very silent, maybe you're wanting clarity and you're wanting to reach out, but you're trying not to. You're trying to like focus on other things and keep yourself busy and distract yourself in a way. And I don't mean distract yourself in a bad way either. Like some people distract themselves in bad ways. That's not what I'm talking about. So you'll know what your situation is, and I will get connecting energy between you. I just need to open my window just 1 minute. Remember the other day I was channeling Reiki? That's coming through again. So maybe you were thinking about putting yourself out there as a Reiki master or whatever you would call that. I just want to get you a few more cards because I'm having a hard time. It's not that I'm having a hard time reading your energy, but maybe you're just in like a confusing energy. I don't know. Maybe you're confused about what's going on. Maybe you're confused whether you should let this person go or not, or ask for clarity. I see this. You're either going through a power struggle within yourself, having to do with this connection and possibly putting yourself out there and marketing yourself, or you're talking to this person and there's like a power struggle between you. So I'm just going to get I'm just going to get a few more cards for you from a different deck. So what is happening? You could be, with that ship, you could be thinking about, like I said, moving on from this person, or you could be thinking about traveling, or you could be moving. Take any of those messages as they resonate. Again, I'm having a tricky time reading your energy today. So let's see. I'm just going to get 3 cards from this deck. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So we have reminiscing, perception, learn from the past, wanting to make new memories. And then we have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. So for some of you, you could be moving. Or maybe you've just recently heard from this person. Yep. For some of you, we have preparing for union on the bottom. So maybe you've recently heard from this person, or maybe even you've been talking to them for a while, but you could be an Aquarius. I just had an Aquarius drop down. Not like out of the sky, I mean on my phone. Whoa, it's an Aquarius. It came out of nowhere. But we have mask here. So it's like you could have heard from someone very spontaneously or very suddenly, and you're wanting to make new memories with them. You're wanting to improve things with them, but this person, you feel like they're wearing a mask. You feel like there's some inconsistency. I'm thinking about that Wolverine card. Unpredictable. So there's something unpredictable about their energy right now if you are talking to them. The other thing that I'm seeing, it says not showing true feelings, and I don't think this is you. I think it's your person. If I'm being honest. The other thing that I'm seeing is that you could be, if you're not talking to this person, you could be overwhelmed with nostalgia right now and thinking about them. Like it could be hitting you really hard out of nowhere. I'm seeing like with that fluid card, you could be feeling like waves of emotion, quite spontaneously, quite suddenly. It could have come over you. Maybe, for weeks or months or a year, you haven't really been longing for this person. But you could be really thinking about them right now, and you could be, there's something about, if this is you not showing your true feelings, I don't think it's towards this person. I think that maybe for some of you, you're struggling with your feelings right now, or you're feeling like I'm seeing Elsa where she says, if I hear you, but I don't, when she's singing that song. So it's like these emotions could be bubbling up, but maybe you're not pretending you're not feeling them, but you're trying not to feel them. I'm going to be honest. I'm having a really hard time with your energy right now. And I'm not saying that you're too much or that there's anything wrong with your energy. I just can't tell if I'm channeling like 2 collectives, or if you are like going back and forth with, I'm seeing Rapunzel Entangled, where she comes out of the tower and she's like, this is great. And then 2 seconds later, she's like, this is terrible. And like, I feel so free and I have to go home. Like I'm being bad. So I'm not sure if like, you'll be able to tell me. You'll know. But I'm either channeling 2 different people, like not you and your person, but you and somebody in a different collective, or you are going through an internal power struggle. It could be that your ego and your intuition are at war right now, or there's like some sort of showdown between your ego and your intuition. And when that comes up for me as a reader, it is your intuition is trying to win. Your intuition is trying to win over your ego and your fear. So I'm going to get one more card for you before I get into your person's energy, because I'm having a hard time figuring you out. Maybe if you are talking to this person, maybe you're the one that's holding back. Maybe you're the one that's being elusive. because you're worried. Look, we have dead end. So for some of you, you could feel like you've hit a dead end and your ego is telling you this is over. Like, take it as it resonates. I don't know. But maybe if you are talking to this person, or if when you think about them communicating with you, you could be in the mindset, well, if they communicate with me, I'm not going to give them anything. Or maybe they have communicated with you and you're not replying, or you're being elusive, or you're, if this person, there goes my nose again. So you could be getting into runner energy is what I'm hearing. The tables could be shifting. Maybe once upon a time you were anxiously attached to this person and you were chasing them, and now the tables are turning and you're starting to run. And again, no judgment from me. We have the tier on the bottom. So that does talk about emotions, and that's what I was feeling. Like sometimes you could feel overcome with emotions about this. We also have the shaman. I think about how to say that too much. So again, you could be thinking about being a shaman or a leader to others or a Reiki master. And you could be worried about the perception of others or the judgment that you'll receive. If you are online, maybe you are receiving a lot of judgment right now. I tried to run from that lesson. Remember the cross. There's burdens here. There's spiritual lessons happening, and that's what I meant about seeing your ego and your intuition having a showdown. It has to happen when you're on this awakening journey. At one point, your intuition has to overcome your ego. It's like a major test. But what I was about to say is if you are online, maybe you are receiving a lot of judgment right now and it's getting to you. I tried to run from that lesson for a year and a half. I avoided my comment section. I've been talking about it. So let's just look at what energy you're in. That one came out so quick. We have Thanatos. I feel like that has to do with, it might have to do with death. So maybe you feel like maybe you're wondering if this is over. Let me just find it. Thanatos, I believe that's death. Grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. So your ego, like that's what I was hearing. You could be going through a power struggle between your intuition and your ego. And your intuition is reminiscing about this person. You're feeling overcome with emotion or whatever. And your ego's like, but I'm not. I don't want that person. Or again, I feel like there's an ego death happening on your side. You could have recently experienced, someone dying in your life. If you did, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you if that's you. But I was more so hearing ego death. I'm tearing up. I can't help it. I'm an empath and I feel a lot. So if you did recently lose someone in your life, my heart goes out to you. And I want to say that person is still with you. What else did this say? I closed the book so quickly. It's like death, pain. No, I don't want to deal with that. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from you, which is, it's a little bit different than what I usually channel. Death. Oh, fear or sensitivity about your age or getting old. So that could be some of you. Maybe some of you are wanting to move on because you're, worried about how old you're getting, and maybe you want to have children, that type of thing. So please, if you're forcing this to fit, it's not your reading. Like if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't feel that way, then it's not your reading, and that's okay. Let's get one more, because that death card is an initiation card, and that's exactly what I was hearing about your ego and your intuition. It's like you're being initiated in some way, or maybe you have a fear that you're too old to go after your dreams, or you're too old to be on social media or something like that. That's just your ego. That's just your fear. And your ego's trying to keep you safe, but sometimes your ego can sabotage you, right? So I just want to get one more. And the fact that we had that tear, and I just became so emotional. Look at this, the starborn. Look, there's some sort of like spiritual upgrade or life lesson that you're learning right now that's cracking you open, and that's probably why you feel very emotional. Again, I don't even like, I'm not even thinking about your person right now. I could like care less about your person. Like, if I'm being honest, I've stopped trying to analyze what's going on with you and your person because I'm so focused on you. I'm gonna pause this while I find it. I didn't find it yet, but I just had a download that maybe for some of you, you recently asked this person for clarity and they could have told you, I don't see anything with you right now, or I'm not ready to give to you right now. Like, maybe you got some sort of clarity or closure, and it's causing you to feel very emotional and question everything, because you could have been, I haven't looked at this card yet, but you could have been, listening to my readings, and your intuition could have been telling you this is unfinished, and maybe you just got clarity from this person through communication that they don't see anything with you right now. Take it as it resonates. I want you to keep in mind that on my counterpart journey, I was exactly where you were. I had my counterpart say those types of things to me. So, I'm serious. I had my counterpart say those types of things to me. I said those types of things to my counterpart. And like, just to make you feel better, I've been on this journey for like 4 years. And at one point, I'm being very honest with you, my counterpart and I pushed each other away. Hurtful words were spoken. And like, at one point, I don't see a future with you. That was told to me. And then I don't want you to think that means it's over, because how can I put this? At one point, I was exactly where you were. And like, just for example, yesterday, for a while now, how can I say this without getting like, I don't want to talk too much about my journey, but my counterpart has told me as recent as yesterday that he loves me, and he will always love me, and he will always have love for me. And at one point years ago, that was not the case. So I just want to reassure you a little, because to me it feels like I'm like seeing Gladiator, and your ego and your intuition are like squaring off right now. I'm hearing that there can only be one, and your intuition needs to win is what I'm hearing. Anyway, we have the Kiss, which is 185. So I just want to see what this is. Like, even in this reading, when readers channel, if you're dealing with an intuitive reader who channels energy, we channel the energy of the viewer or whoever we're channeling. So in a minute, I'll be channeling your person. And right now, I am feeling full of fear, full of ego. My ego is telling me, stop recording and delete this reading. Stop recording and delete this reading. So I just wanted to mention that. So we have the kiss, we have the touch, the chemistry, the sex. And it talks about each breath is alive with the possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? So it feels like you're wondering if this person even wants you, because maybe that death card, maybe there was an ending, or maybe they said something to you and gave you clarity that you didn't want. I've been there. I asked for, like years ago, I asked for that clarity, and I got the clarity I didn't want. And I went through all of this. Like, I questioned tarot, I questioned my sanity, I thought I was delusional, but I kept going on my journey. It says neediness, pressure, disrespect. So for some of you, I'm looking at the shadow attribute of this. So it feels like like for some of you, maybe you've never even met this person, that garden card. Maybe this is someone that you connected with online and you hadn't even met them, but you felt this electric energy with them. You imagined what it would be like to kiss them, to be with them. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. I understand. The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate. What the heck? What the heck is happening here? I don't even my egos don't post this reading, but my guides, my intuition, they're telling me to keep going. May 11th could be symbolic. This card suggests oh my gosh, this explains it. This card suggests, I feel very emotional. I feel very emotional right now for you. It is risky but beautiful business. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self towards union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner. So it's not here right now, but it's around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender, and I have chills from head to toe. So it feels like you're meant to be surrendering right now and trusting in this journey, but there's been some sort of death or some sort of negativity or emotion that's taken over you, and you're having a hard time trusting in this journey. And that hiding true feelings, that could be you. Your intuition could be telling you, this is my person. I want to believe in union. I want to keep hope alive. But your ego could be telling you, you're doing this for nothing. Your person doesn't want you. And you're meant to be surrendering to your intuition. It's like an initiation where your ego is supposed to die away. And I'm not saying we shouldn't have ego, because there's a healthy amount of ego to have. But that bad ego is supposed to be dying away right now. And again, it's like internal power struggle between your ego and your intuition. That's what I'm getting for you. Oh my goodness. Cold chills. Are you having chills? Because I was having chills while I was reading that, and the kiss at the bottom talks about getting chills. So you could be getting a lot of moments of chills right now. The other thing I'm thinking is I keep worrying about what time it is, and that's not me. I don't worry about time when I'm channeling. I never look at the clock unless Spirit tells me to for an angel number reason. But I'm worried about how dark it's getting. I'm worried about what time it is. I'm worried that, in an hour and a half, somebody's coming to my house. And what if I'm not done this reading? I'm obsessing about the time. So you could be obsessing about the timing of things, or you could be worried about your age, for example, or how long it's taking. What did I tell you? 4 years I've been on this journey. 4 years. And when I started this journey, I was like, it won't take me 4 years. I can make it go by quicker. I can force it to work, but it doesn't. And keep in mind, I've been where you are, separation, pushing each other away, blocking each other. Again, my ego is just whoa, my ego's out of control in this reading. And like I said, as an intuitive reader, I'm channeling your energy. So I'm not blaming you. Maybe your person blamed you for things. I'm not blaming you. All right. So we're gonna go over to your person now, because I feel like, again, if you are happily in divine feminine energy, trusting in this journey, I do not think this is your reading. This is for someone who's at the cusp. I'm seeing the threshold card in this deck. It's like you're at the threshold where you're meant to be trusting in this journey and surrendering. And again, Starborn, you're going through some sort of spiritual upgrade or spiritual lesson that's meant to crack you open. And that's hard. That's a hard energy to be in. The edge of evolution is messy, is what I'm hearing. Whoa. Anyway, let's get into your person. Let's get into your person. I need to pause it for a second. I opened the window a little. I used my, I don't even know what it's called. The bell that you like cleanse the energy. I used that. The other thing I was hearing is sometimes as our manifestations are getting closer and closer and closer to us, we can start feeling more insecure and impatient and questioning everything. So I'm really interested to see your person's energy. We have the mountain, obstacles, delays. So maybe something is keeping this person delayed. All right, so let me cut the deck. What's on the bottom? We have cross, burdens, challenges, spiritual lessons, mirroring. So I feel like both of you are going through this right now. Both of you are going kind of through an ego death. I'm going to be honest. And some of this is you could be picking, we have emotions on the bottom. So like I said, the fact that you're being dealt these lessons or you feel this burden and you feel these emotions and you feel this confusion could be indicative. Is that the right word? Of mirroring. Is that the right word? I've never used that word before. That was my first day. Indicative of mirroring. Am I using that right? Somebody help me. I can't shake your energy right now. And maybe that is, now that I'm in your person's energy, channeling your person's energy, I feel like they can't shake your energy either. And I cannot stress to you enough that if you are on a twin flame journey, it is real. And I've been where you are. So what is happening? I'm sending you lots of light and love. I don't know what's happening. Like I was not emotional today. I'm fine. I'm fine. I had a great day. But now that I'm like in both of you and your person's energy, I'm tapping into this crazy emotion that's just like overtaking me right now. So let's see what your person is up to other than burdens and emotions, which I'm not surprised. Because they could be going through an ego death too. So let's see your person's energy. I'm going to have to get myself a Kleenex. Think of all the interruptions. And this might be the first time I ever title a reading. I wasn't going to post this reading, but I have to. I've seen other readers do that, and I think, what? And now I get it. During your energy, I was just like, I need to stop. Like my ego was just taking, like just out of control. So your ego could be quite out of control right now because it's meant to be dying off is what I'm hearing. Again, we need a healthy amount of ego. We can't have it all fall away. But at some point you have to surrender. And that's what this KISS card is talking about, surrender. And that the end of separation is around the corner. Anyway, I need to stop. I need to stop talking about you for a minute. Let's see your person's energy. We have crossroads. See? Do you see? Same as you. You're at a crossroads with your ego and intuition, I feel like. We have lilies, purity, spirituality, peace, maturity. Do you see? They're maturing. They're tapping into their spirituality. And there's a crossroads here. They're trying to make a decision. Maybe it's about you. Maybe it's, a spiritual crossroads, or it could be a crossroads between their intuition and ego. Choices, decisions, possibilities, and options. And then we have the lily, purity, spirituality, peace, and maturity. So I am just going to look in the book for a minute. Just for some of you, there's a crossroads regarding sexuality, and I had to mention that before I forgot, because we have the snake on the bottom and lily. So that can talk about a crossroads when it comes to sexuality. And I know I don't talk about that a lot on my channel, but you could be dealing with someone who is at a crossroads when it comes to like coming out or figuring out what their sexual preference is. Take that as it resonates. So the crossroads does talk about needing to make a decision, and it talks about doubts. So your person could be doubting what way to go here, or if this person recently ended something with you, they could be really doubting the choice that they made. It does talk about changing the direction of movement, changing the decision. So it feels like if this person ended things with you in the past or told you that they didn't see a future with you, it feels like they're changing their mind here. It also talks about a search for a solution and weighing all the pros and cons. So right now your person is very much going through their own internal struggle. And again, mirroring. You're mirroring whatever this person is doing. You've got, like, I'm just going to say it. Spirit's telling me that you're a counterpart. There's also an energy of an ego death when it comes to this snake energy. It talks about deception, betrayal, complications. Maybe your person has like very toxic traits, or their ego is too big and too powerful, and it makes them act from a place of fear that comes across as toxic. And this is meant to be falling away right now. So that's why I'm not surprised that that's the energy I was getting from you, because of mirroring. And again, I don't know if I've ever been overcome with that type of emotion. I do when I talk about my own journey and when I talk about myself sometimes. Yesterday it hit me in a pick a card pile, and today it's hitting me like really bad, gray SUV. It's hitting me really bad in this reading, this overwhelming emotion. So it does look to me like your person, wasn't honest with you. I'm thinking about that elusive card. Anyway, I feel like they weren't honest with you in the past, and now they're realizing that they made the wrong decision, and their intuition is telling them, that there's something unfinished here, and they're, weighing all the pros and cons of what to do here. Take that as it resonates, please. Let's get a few cards from this deck. I need to do the same for you that I did for them. What is happening? What is happening? Oh my goodness gracious. No bottom of the deck energy. We have transformation, the stork. Transformation, change, renew, arrive, depart, renovate, birth, slender, tall, the stork. So this person is going through a transformation. And what's interesting is we have the yes card, which is the sun card, divine masculine energy. So as you are being called to surrender to your intuition, which is divine feminine energy. That's divine feminine energy, surrendering fully to your intuition and saying, fuck what my ego is saying. Your person is in the exact same energy. Your person is in the exact same energy because we have the yes card and we have the no card. So it's like there's an internal struggle happening with your person right now as well. And they're weighing up the pros and cons. They're looking at, did I make the right decision? They're feeling regret. It says detached, rest, silence, contemplation, go within, self-reflect, the end. And then we have renewal. Like this person ended something with you and now they're thinking about a renewal. And I don't know when this happened. This could have happened ages ago. This could have happened recently. I can't really tell. But it's just so interesting that we have yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, like back and forth, back and forth. And again, I feel like that's exactly what you are going through with your ego and intuition. And if you're not, then it's not your reading. We also have the dogs, so dogs could be symbolic. So this one talks about supportive friend, helpful, playful, faithful companion, friendship turns to love, soulmate. There could be pets involved. Someone could be a vet, someone could be a doctor, someone could be a nurse. That's extra confirmation for you. But this person may be like weighing the pros and cons of, maybe they told you that all they saw with you is friendship right now. Or maybe they're weighing the pros and cons about coming in with friendship. Like maybe they're not ready to offer you more. And again, if you're in that energy where you're like, if they can't offer me what I want, I don't want them at all, then I hate to say it, but that's a little bit of ego. And I hate to say that, but it is. I've been there. It is. And if that's truly how you feel, then let this person go. Because I feel like this person needs like a divine feminine. They need patience, another gray SUV. So please take that as it resonates, my friend. But I see that you're both kind of going through it right now. And it's because you're both going through burdens and spiritual lessons. And those are not easy to go through. Look, we have Aletheia, truth. Aletheia, or however you say it. That's the truth card. And you see the black and white here. You see the yin and yang. Oh my gosh, truth. So they're meant to be tapping into their inner truth, which is their intuition, just like you are. And again, if you're overcome with emotion and doubt right now, and like your ego's like, maybe I'm just delusional, it's because you're picking up on your person's energy. I'm going to be honest. So let's see your person's energy. Hang on. I can't possibly take all those. So we have, I'm going to take the three. I'm going to take, oh dear. So look, we have the self. So they're meant to be, their higher self is trying to take control of their vessel. Okay, we have the vessel. So their higher self is trying to take control of their vessel right now. It's trying to outshine their ego. And that's what I mean. That's why you're probably in this energy. And if you're not, then you're really good at protecting your energy, because some people are good at protecting their energy. So maybe you've been protecting your own energy against this person. They also have an initiation card, which you had. So let me just look at it. Innermost knowing, genosis, or however you say that innermost knowing. And it's saying, true knowledge is not found in facts and figures, scholarly books on library shelves. It comes from within. It comes from within. It comes from your intuition. Contemplating the mystery. So they're contemplating this connection right now. They're contemplating, why do they feel this spiritual connection with you? Why did they tell you that it was over and that they didn't see anything with you, or they just saw friendship with you, when their heart and their intuition and their body and their, is telling them something different? Over intellectualizing and asking others. So this person could be like overthinking it, and they could be asking others for advice. And guess what? Those muggles are probably confusing them further. Those muggles, it's weird how I'm holding this over my heart. But those muggles could be telling them, why don't you just forget about that person? There's plenty more fish in the sea. Why would you want that? We have the gem. So this person is starting to tap into their shadows, and it's revealing this gem. I also feel like this gem has to do with you and the fact that they see you as a true gem, or the white truck, or they see you as a gem or a diamond. When the diamond comes out, I always hear that's the gem, but in another deck, the diamond talks about, for some of you, your person could be married. But the diamond talks about a connection worth saving, and that's what their intuition is telling them. Although I think they've been over-intellectualizing it, overthinking it. And again, I'm looking over at your pile of cards there, and I feel like you're picking up on that. So we have 173. Let me look at this. And I'm telling you, it's been a long time since I felt so ego-filled during a reading. We have the vow, which talks about a contract, so soul contract. So this person is learning some sort of spiritual lesson that's part of your soul contract with them. Bearing witness to the shift towards destiny. You and your person. Red pickup truck. No, sorry, this is your person. The vow, no matter how casually, so remember your card, maybe you've never even kissed this person, but no matter how casual this connection was, It activates the internal and unseen forces. So this person is awakening. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten. So this connection they feel with you cannot be undone. It cannot be forgotten. So breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends, the feeling of unfinished business. This is insane. It talks about unconscious vows. Like this person has unconscious vows with you because you have this soul contract. I just, The Cave. Cave by Noah. Does his name start with a K? Cave by Noah. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I think you should listen to that song. There's this energy of, I'm hearing The Cave by Noah K. And it talks about, I wish I could remember what that song's about, but it talks about until one of us caves, until one of us caves, until one of us caves. The Cave, 127. Your person has a lot of cards that came out. So again, they're going through many upgrades, many lessons right now. Many initiations, I'm hearing. I feel like maybe they're like in the cocoon stage right now where everything is breaking down. The dark, the portal. So they're in some sort of portal. I keep seeing 747 on the timer. The sacred center within. So they're meant to be tapping into the sacred center within, their intuition. And that could be why you're going through this battle between your ego and your intuition right now. Withdrawal, isolation, hiding. So again, this person has withdrawn their energy from you because they're meant to be tapping into the truth of their soul and this connection that they feel with you, this vow, this unspoken contract that they have with you. They're also meant to be understanding themselves right now. Those who are fortunate enough to find and enter the cave are forever changed. It is a place of potent power, acting both as a portal to another realm and a space for sacred ritual and initiation. And your person does have an initiation card here that's about the truth. So please take all of that as it resonates. This is kind of an intense reading for me to be doing as a reader. I need to get a few of these black cards to confirm your person's energy. So let's just get 3. No back of the deck energy. They got 4 cards. So we have Love Call. We have Heart with a Key, which is, what was I just saying about you and this person? The fact that they see you as the one, and their heart is opening right now. And they're weighing up the pros and cons about coming towards you. And that's why you could be being hit with this nostalgia. And remember, on your side, I don't mean to point at you like that. I just can't help it. Remember, on your side, you had the lightning bolt. So it feels like you could get like sudden communication from this person who ended things with you, or who told you they didn't see a future with you, or that they only wanted friendship with you. I can just hear it. I can just hear it. I don't see you as anything but a friend. And we also have stabbed in the back. So this person could have stabbed you in the back. There could be heartbreak, pain, separation. And now they're realizing that you're that gem. You're the one. You're the one they have this, I'm hearing Beauty and the Beast. But I don't know if they're consciously like saying, I have an unspoken soul contract with you. I don't think so. But they're realizing that they still, have feelings for you. They still think about you. And there's this energy of wanting to talk to you. And again, I said, when something like this is approaching, your ego can try to push you off your path. I haven't talked about that in a long time. But when you are in alignment, when you're moving into alignment, when you're becoming one with yourself, when you're trusting your intuition, your ego can try and push you off your path. So I always say the closer these things get to you, the more tests you go through. So I just feel like you're really being tested right now, my friend, and it's because your person is going through all of these upgrades and initiations, and their energy is coming towards you. Whoa, this reading is just insane. So now I'm just going to get a few tarot cards because that's the energy that I'm getting. And again, if it's not resonating, then it's not your reading. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a few of these to see what is coming in this connection, because that's what this reading was supposed to be about. So let's just get a few of these Lenormand cards to see L names could be symbolic for some of you. Let's just get a few. I was hearing Leonard because I was saying Lenormand, and then I had that Leo thing. So Leonard could be symbolic. Anyway, L names. But let's see what's coming in this connection. What is coming in this connection? We have heart, love, emotions, warmth, relationships. We have... Oh my gosh, I need to see what this means, because you have a positive card and a negative card. I feel like you and this person are going to be overcoming the limitations and challenges. This birdcage card makes me think, it says limitations, and I'm thinking of self-limited beliefs and self-limited thinking, and I'm thinking of separation, right? And then we have the heart. So I feel like love is going to win here. I feel like love is going to conquer this separation and these limitations. But somebody here is like very much in their ego and in that self-limiting beliefs. Like if you're think about mirroring. If you're having self-limiting beliefs about this connection, then your person is mirroring that, so they're having self-limiting beliefs about this connection. If you're doubting if they'll ever come back, your person is doubting if they ever can come back because of how they left things or what they said to you. And I'm not saying that it's your fault they're in this energy, but that's how mirroring works. So the fact that your person is going through this messy ego death, you're picking up on that in your energy. I don't even know who's going to resonate with this reading. I can't wait. I can't wait to see who resonates with this reading. But where's my book? I just want to look at the bird cage when it's next to a positive card, because again, with Lenormand, the meanings change. And of course, this one isn't in this book. So my guides are telling me to go with my gut here, because like I said, when you get a combination of cards where there's one negative and one positive, it changes the meanings of the cards. And I do feel like this is going to be released. And I don't mean you releasing them. If you want to release them, that's, you do that. But I just feel like love is going to win over these limiting beliefs. And again, you could be worried about time and how much time you have left in your life. And think about mirroring. Maybe this person is on the other end of this, worrying about how much time they're taking to come back towards you, or how long it's been, or things like that. So think about mirroring. Love, emotions, warmth, relationships. So it does feel like this is going to be set free. When you think about like a little caged bird, it feels like this will be set free. And I don't, you don't necessarily take reversals of Lenormand cards, but this came out in reverse. And this bird cage is giving me the energy of Eight of Swords, which in reverse is about awareness. It's about clarity. It's about new perspectives. So I do feel like you're going to get a new perspective of this. I just want to get one more to confirm. I feel like you and this person are going to This is an interesting one. I do feel like you and this person, yes, are going to overcome this because we have endings, closure, transformation, and anchor, stability, work, grounding. So it feels like you and this person are going to overcome these obstacles, overcome these challenges. The delays will end. There will be transformation. You'll get the closure you need, whatever that is. And there's the energy of putting down an anchor here and stabilizing this connection. I'm going to confirm with tarot. On the bottom, we have 33, key, solutions, opportunities, success. So there is potential here. I feel like maybe for some of you, you could be dealing with someone who's quite... Again, you don't have to take anybody who's toxic back into your life, but your person could have struggled with toxic traits or deception or things like that. And maybe now you're kind of, deceiving yourself in a way, or you're hiding your true feelings from yourself about this because your ego's taking over. That deception and that acting from a place of fear comes from ego. And I'm talking about your person right now. I feel like you're both confused, if I'm being honest, because that's the energy that I feel right now. I'm just like, what is happening? One more. We have star, hope, guidance, inspiration, spirituality, wish fulfillment. And what are you? Listen, I feel we have mirror. Like, I feel like there's a lot of mirroring happening right here. And there's just this, there's confusion, there's intuition, there's ego. There's like a showdown happening right now between all of these energies. You're both going through these transformations, and this conflict will end, is what I'm hearing, the conflict between you. Reflection and self-awareness. And remember I said, I feel like your person has quite, like, I'm just thinking about that snake card and the fact that I have seen a few cards while I've been shuffling about deception and things like that. And I feel like your person needs to realize those things about themselves if they're going to be with you. And that's what's happening right now. And I wouldn't be like, if that's how your person was showing up for you in the 3D, I wouldn't be surprised that you're doubting this. I wouldn't be surprised if you're wondering, why did the universe send me someone like that who was just going to hurt me and push me away and deceive me and things like that? But you were meant to teach them a lesson, is what I'm hearing. Let's look at this deck to see what's coming to confirm. But there's major reflection. There's major reflection happening here. We have the key, confirmation, solutions, genius, insight, clarity. Something is being unlocked here. This is 8 of Pentacles energy as well. So renewal energy. What are you? You're the star. I already looked at you. We have, yes, the time has come. So your person had yes and no. They had like the sun card, and then they were like, no, I can't do this. That going back and forth. We have culmination of effort, completion, abundance, fulfillment, fruits of your labor, focus on your needs. And for whoever you are, if you don't want this, you have the potential for closure and moving on in this situation. It's coming. Like, your person may come back in and say, I'm sorry for acting this way. Hang on. For some of you, this person could come back in and give you what you need for closure and to move on. And if that's what you want, then that's the journey you're taking. And there's no shame in that. But we have culmination of effort, completion, fulfillment, fruits of your labor, harvest. We have stallion, tame versus wild, strong emotions, desire, driving force. This is, movement. So you do have movement coming. We have trust in divine timing. We have the element of spirit, trust in divine timing. So this will come in when it's meant to come in. And I know that's frustrating. We have the twin flame card. Are you kidding me? In that entire deck, that's your outcome energy. Twin flame, faith, a pair of things blooming, the one, deep soul connections. It'll come in divine timing, my friend. And we have the letter, communication, writing, fax, email, mail, notes, records, news, memo, making contact. So now that I'm thinking back to the first part of this reading with the garden, you could be hoping for communication, but maybe you're doubting it's ever going to come. And we have the Emperor? What? See? And if I had let my ego win, I never would have got to this part of the reading. That's my point. If your person lets their ego win, they're never going to get to experience this with you. If you let your ego win, so many people give up before they hit their manifestation. Again, when your manifestation is about to come in, that's when your ego's like, let go of it. Forget about it. It's never going to happen. And so many people on the spiritual journey start walking the spiritual journey. They start walking towards enlightenment, stepping up those stairs, and they get halfway up or they get right close to the top, and their ego pushes them off their path and they never hit that enlightenment or awakening. Again, my guides just said, look at what happened. If you had let your ego win and you had stopped doing this reading, you never would have got these cards, the Emperor, trust in divine timing, twin flame, deep soul connections, and yes, the time has come. You will be rewarded for your efforts. What else do we have? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So expansion, the wheel turning in your favor, changes being made. Anyway, let's just get a few tarot cards. I'm just gonna, Knight of Cups, follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Trust in spirit, if that's what you feel called to do. Again, I've been exactly where the sun, first cut, the sun, divine masculine energy. It's yes. It's yes. The yes card, the happiest card in the deck. It's about fulfillment. What are you? We have hummingbird, enjoyment, be present, rapid response, resilient, lift out of negativity. So Spirit's saying, because this, I was done future energy and this just fell off the top. Focus on today. Don't focus on tomorrow. Don't focus if this person is going to contact you or if you're imagining things or you're delusional. Just live for today is what I'm hearing. Live for today. You know what I realized? All of my tattoos suddenly make sense to me. All of my tattoos that I got before I spiritually awakened make so much sense to me. I have on my shoulder, live for today. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. And that's your advice right now. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. By worrying about the future, you're just attracting in more to worry about, is what I'm hearing. Be present. Lift out of negativity, lightness of being. That's your advice, is what Spirit's saying. So let me just look. I'm just going to get one card for you. Show me the viewer. Show me the viewer. We have the Seven of Pentacles. This is exactly what I mean. This is the energy of your manifestations are about to come in. Seven of Pentacles. You're standing there. You're thinking about your manifestations. Are they coming? Aren't they coming? And just like watching a pot of water boil, you can't just watch a crop. Look at the focus. I feel like you're losing focus on your intuition, or your ego's trying to switch your focus to something else. And I know some of this sounds a little... I know. It sounds a little crazy up in here. But Seven of Pentacles, you are waiting for something. You're waiting for your manifestation to come in. And maybe you're worrying that you've done all this work for nothing and that crop is not going to grow. But it is. Black pickup truck. What's on the bottom? We have the Page of Wands. So again, the Page of Wands can talk about manifestations too. If you were thinking, just side note, and I'm only saying this because I've been there. If you were thinking about like trying to hurry up your manifestations with the Page of Wands can be symbolic of trying to hurry your manifestations along. It will delay your manifestations. Take it from a chaser. take it from a chaser who tried to speed up her manifestations. I just pushed them farther away from me. Those manifestations came when I stopped interfering, right? So side note, for some of you, you could be thinking about trying to speed these manifestations along. And my advice to you is don't do it. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Be like my friend. My friend, beautiful friend. I love you. I just admire her energy of allowing. Like I'm not going to chase it. I'm just going to allow whatever happens to happen. She's an inspiration to me because I want to meddle with my manifestations. I want to control them. I want to chase. That's why I attract a lot of chasers in my readings, because that's where I was in my journey. So let's look at your person's energy. One card for your person. We have the Queen of Swords. So your person, maybe they're cutting someone off in their life right now. Queen of Swords is authenticity. So your person is trying to, they could be looking at the facts here. They could be, like I said, weighing the pros and cons. They could have recently cut someone out of their life. They are cold and detached from you right now. But there's a truth. There's a truth. Remember their energy, truth. Queen of Swords. There's a truth bubbling up. And this doesn't have to mean your person is like gendered a female. That's not what that means. This is just energy. But they're trying to hear their authentic truth. They're trying to stand in they're becoming their more authentic self is what I'm hearing. It's also an energy that this person wants honest communication. Spirit's telling me to get one more for your person. The other thing, they're looking at their options. That's exactly what was coming through. 7 of Cups. So they're looking at all of this, thinking about this heavily. So clearly, this is confirmation that your person doesn't see it as being over. It's getting very dark in here, but I don't even care. It's 555 on the timer. We have 5 of Cups. Remember how I burst out into tears when I started channeling your person? They're finally being honest with themselves that they feel the loss of you. And if you're dealing with a runner or an avoidant, they can put off feeling that loss for months, sometimes for years. And then all of a sudden it catches up with them. That's why I say you can run, but you can't hide. And we have the 2 of Swords, crossroads, confirmation for your person, confirmation. I don't know what is going on. Like the energy in this reading, I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes the camera is like blurring and not focusing. And it's going from light to dark, light to dark, light to dark. It's so strange. And it just gives me that energy of the ego and the intuition, lightness, like light and shadows, right? Let's see connecting energy. This one. We have the Page of Pentacles. So there is growth here. There is potential here. I don't know why it's so dark all of a sudden. Maybe because it's dark within your connection right now. There we go. It's getting brighter again. So weird. 6 of Cups, longing and nostalgia. I told you. This is this is connecting energy. So you're both thinking about each other. And perhaps you're both looking at childhood wounds right now, or you need to, especially with the Page of Pentacles, looking into your roots, looking into your childhood, realizing I am the way I am because maybe my needs weren't met as a child. Take it as it resonates. I can just already hear the commenters on this reading. This reading was so confusing. I know. So let's get, I just want to see how they're feeling about you because I'm nosy. How are they feeling about you? King of Swords. So they do want to have an honest conversation with you. They are feeling like they need to communicate with you. And maybe that's why you're feeling the way you are, because this communication is coming. Let's see how you're feeling about them. We have the Magician and the 8 of Cups. Remember, manifestations. You're feeling 4 of Wands for how you feel about them. So you feel like they're your person. You feel like they're your counterpart, your union person, 1111. But look at this, for how you're feeling about them. You're wondering, is it time to give up? The Magician. Also, your person could have been manipulative or deceptive at one point. That's the version, the shadowy version they could have been showing you. But for how you're feeling about them, there is this strong energy that you're feeling like what you're manifesting isn't going to happen, and you're wondering if you should walk away or if you should keep trying to manifest this. Oh my gosh. And then, yeah, the Four of Wands here and death. You, death. I just feel like my eyes are bugging out of my head right now. This reading is crazy. Crazy pants. Let's see future energy, because that's what this reading was going to be about, future energy. Plus, I'm running out of light, let's be honest. Eight of Wands. Spirit, you make me laugh. Future energy, we have communication. We have, speaking of my friend Michelle, there she is. Oh, anyway. I'm not going to say what that text said, but it confirmed something in this reading. So future energy, Eight of Wands, we have communication, we have forward movement, we have progression, we have growth. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is release from isolation. It's openness. It's positive changes. Five of Pentacles in reverse is positive changes. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is what I'm talking about. This person will offer you something here after making positive changes. And like I said, for some of you, I feel like there were many changes that your person had to make, because some of the cards that came out for them spoke of toxicity and betrayal and dark, like, look, darkness. Don't let the darkness swallow you up is what I'm hearing. Like, this is such a... This might be one of the most intense readings I've ever done. Don't let the darkness take you. Don't let your ego take you. It's still light out. I don't even know why it looks this dark. Five of Pentacles in reverse, positive changes. Eight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, solutions. I'm just seeing the key. Remember, the key came out in your outcome twice in two different decks. And the key is symbolic of, I'm getting like really excited right now. The key came out in two different decks, and the key is symbolic of Hierophant energy. There will be a solution here. This shows like spiritual growth, evolution, marriage, commitment. I just can't get over this reading. Don't be afraid, my friend. Don't be afraid of letting go and surrendering. And just because you should watch, if you didn't, you should watch a reading I posted this morning, because sometimes when you let go and trust your intuition and focus on yourself and just release the outcome, it can create some of these really positive changes and forward movement. So again, my ego's like, don't post this reading. Don't post this reading. You rambled too much. It was confusing. The lighting, the focus, like my ego's like, don't bother. But like I said, I'm channeling you and your person's energy. So I am going to post this. And I'm going to leave it here because you can barely see me, but I am sending you lots of love and light, and this is my mission. So I'll be here with you. I'll be here with you on your journey. I'm hearing the song Stand By Me, so I'll stand by you. Don't worry. But yeah, I will see you guys later. I want to reach through my phone and just give you a hug and send you love and light, because I know I can feel your energy. So just take care of yourself. Do something nice for yourself. Have a bubble bath or something. Treat yourself to something. Maybe a little cow. And I'll be here for you. So now I'm hearing I'll Be There. What movie is that from? I'll Be There? Like it's an old song. I can't remember what movie that's from. I'll be there. Now and then. I'll be there. So I'm going to talk to you later, but I love you and I'm sending you lots of love and light. Bye.